It's time. You've all been waiting for the studio tour, so here it is. I've done a lot of research. By a lot of research, I mean I probably spent the last 5 to 10 years trying to figure out how it is that I want to set things up. Frankly, nobody was doing a standing desk audio visual type setup. What I really wanted was a standing desk because I don't like sitting all day, but I wanted everything to move with me. So this is how I did it. Welcome to Kyler's studio. Okay, first off, let me start with telling you what this studio is not. It's not a mixing station. It's not an audiophile's room. It's a place where I can come down and mess around. I have acoustic treatment. That's so I don't have reflections on my voiceover to make that easier. But I don't have any bass traps. I'm not trying to get a equalized flat room. It's a pretty dead room on purpose, so I can edit things in post. But it's mainly voiceover and creating music and just kind of messing around. Come down and watch a movie. So let me teach you or show you all the things that I've researched, that I've learned, how to set up a standing desk so you can figure out. I'm literally standing right now, but I wanted all of my stuff to come with me as I stand, and it's certainly not perfect, but I can stand and still have the same rough look. I don't do a lot of face-to-face, but yeah, let me show you this. So I researched hard to find a versatile mounting system. I consider this T-slot aluminum, but there were so many variations, and my design that I wanted was over $1,000. And then I found this. This is called Strut Channel. There's also a brand name called Unistrut, but you can find it at the big box store. I think I'll do another separate video explaining all the details of why this works well, but here's a quick rundown. The reason I like this is because it's versatile. This is called a nylon strut cone nut, and you can slip it in anywhere and slide it along. These threads happen to be 1/4 20, which is very common for audio-visual. And to try and keep things as universal as possible, this other bolt size that's a little bigger is 3/8/16, because you can fit a socket in between the channel. Seems common and it's strong. The nice thing is there's a ton of accessories from a ton of different manufacturers, and it's common in industrial, which makes the materials cheap. I'll show you more how I mounted a bunch of different things later on in the video. So the standing desk I used, I went with a company called Uplift Desk, very common company. The reason is because they make these 4-leg desks that have a large load capacity. So I use these 2x4 or maybe 4x4 mounting brackets that come into bolts in the back with a bracket with some locking nuts. Now, I needed the width to be really small because I have big old speakers on the floor, so I'm using this narrow strut channel, and then I mounted the normal size vertical pieces to connect another horizontal piece on the top using this special bracket. These come in, I think, a pack of 2, maybe 4. Probably 2. I just bought 2. And then you notice they have 2 on the back for horizontals. These brackets, both orientations, so you just lock in for the best support. And then they have these rubber ends for both the big ones and the small ones. That comes in a big pack. Okay, let me give you one example. This is a 3/8/16 bolt, and I just did a 1/4 20 conversion. This is threaded on both the outside and the inside. So you just slide the nut in, then I'm just using a 1/4 20 mount. And I'm going to use this washer. Now these washers are designed to slide anywhere along this. Take the 1/4 20 and just screw the 1/4 20 right in there. And the nice thing about that is that I can lock it down. Or if I want to move it, I twist it a little bit and slide it. So I slide it into place, lock it down, and then it does not slide back and forth. And then I can mount anything that I want. Okay? And I can even, you lock it down like this, and then you can have the whole thing slide. So that's the beauty of this system. Okay, so here's another example. This is a 1/4 20 nut that I put a 1/4 20 bolt through. So then I can just drop it anywhere that I want, And the reason that I'm doing that is because the mount for this mic is a 1/4 base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this washer and put it on top. The nice thing about this is that I can slide it anywhere along that rail. So I'm just going to screw that into place. And you see that is solid. But if I want to move it, you know, up or down that rail, I can just adjust it very quickly and then mount it down solid. And then it is solid. Then I can just take my mic, drop it in there. And I also have a channel to drop these cords into. So that is a great option. So another example is a pipe mount. I just 1/4 with a washer down into a 1/4, and I can have a pipe here. Then I just connected a RAM mount to the pipe to connect my iPad to. Now the pipe is for just a random shelf that I had. Oh, by the way, this company called Magtame sent me this magnetic charging cable. And the nice thing about it is I don't need any extra adapters to hold this onto the metal. This is steel, and it just connects magnetically all the way to my charger. I have another one over here, and the nice thing is I can just curl it up, and I don't need any extra connectors. So it just rests there right on top of another magnet that's connected that holds my other cords. So shout out to Magtame for sending that to me. All right, let me show you how I mount my Rodecaster. The thing I like about this is I can both move it out of the way and move it to where it's closer, to where I can work with it a little better. And the way that I do that is I'm using these arms by a company called North Bayou. I can have an affiliate link in Amazon for it if you're interested in these, but this is just a pole mount. It comes with 2 arms. I ended up buying 2 sets because they were so good. Then I just have this mounted to a bracket with a wing nut on the bottom. And this is mounted to a VESA mount. Now, it has multiple degrees of rotation, which is the thing that I like about it. Because on this mixer, when I want to use it, I can just articulate it to move in multiple directions. So that's why I like that. Then if I wanted to put a screen or something up there, I have that option. Here's another example of pipe, just a random extra shelf that I have if I want to put a drink. And then the other arm that I have, I mounted it upside down, just with a cap and a wing nut, if you can see that. And the reason is because I wanted a low profile for my laptop stand. So if I want to push it out of the way, I can just duck it and have some desk space, or use it, bring it up kind of front and center. All right, moving right along, I have 2 sets of strut channel just bolted together, so you can piece these together with different sorts of brackets. And you'll notice I have a desk mount back there for my monitor. So 2 sets on the back, and then I just put this board and this shelf on the back. And I have that so everything can be hidden. So I can articulate my screen up if I wanted to. But if I don't, I just kind of hide everything that I can. Shout out again to Magtame for that sweet magnetic setup. One reason I like the metal is because I can just take any magnet and stick it, or put any cords. It's just very versatile. Another thing I didn't show you is that I have a power strip mounted all the way on the back, so all my power is kind of out of the way, as well as back behind here. There's a whole bar with power the whole way. The other thing is this. This is a mic mount, but I'm using it as a charger. So I actually take my mic, just did a conversion to it, which mounts to the 1-inch ball, which does a RAM mount. And then RAM sells these, and I just put a wireless charger in there so that when I want to charge my phone, I can just have it charging, but have it mounted to where it's out of the way. So you can imagine, you know, I can still have my desk space to work with, but then when I want to mount my phone, boom, done. As well as my other mount, when I want to film, you know, I can just mount it to that and move that around on a ball So you can see that that articulates any which direction. So that's the setup that I like, is just a real fast and easy mounting setup. Now, bonus feature is the wallet that I'm using. I can leave an affiliate link in the description for this, but I took this wallet and I added the Snap 4 Pro, which is sweet. Lots of ways you can have that, but you get both the vertical mount and the horizontal mount with the MagSafe there. Hold all your stuff, and this is magnetic. I attached this to that. If you'd like to see that as a product, let me know. Maybe I could build that and sell it. The nice thing is that this attaches to my phone, and then my phone can attach to any of my mounts. So my wallet is actually what is attached to the mount. So if I have my wallet on, it doesn't charge while it's on there. But if I want to charge it, I just put my wallet to the side and then charge it, and then just snap, snap, good to go. But case in point, I have my wallet attached to my phone. And my phone just has magnetic in a car, so I have it attached to the car. If I want to charge it in the car, I take this off, snap it, and it's mounted to my car. This is just a RAM mount that's connected through the USB. Other bonus material is how I am using my iPad. I'm using Home Assistant to control all the smart lights in the whole room and the whole house, but these are all just programmed to be different things. And I can turn on my, the heaters and set the lights. If I want to do a specific color for all the lights, I can set them all individually in the room. So, and some of my devices that I'm using. And that's it. That is the studio desk tour of 2024. My current setup, I probably spend more time tinkering with the desk than actually producing quality work. Case in point with this video, but I will have some affiliate links from Amazon. Cost you nothing extra, but if you want everything in one place to buy the same kind of setup, that would be easy for you. Like it if you like it, subscribe if you want more content, and let me know if you have any questions. Kyler Studio.